Wait. One moment.
What now?
Seeing as you're looking to settle down here, you'll be needing to make friends, won't you? So, friend, why don't you head down to the tavern and bring me something back?
You're going to get drunk on guard duty?
On
It'll
guard
take
duty.
more beer than you can carry to go to my head. Come on, I'm stuck here. Least you can do is get me a pint.
What do you want from the tavern?
Beer, water, hops, barley. That touch of genius, nectar of the gods. Ah, now I really need a drink.
All right, free beer. And we got my man Yak in the building. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to Game Therapy once again. The show where warriors come to hang and heal. I'm going to need some healing from y'all tonight, man. I hate to start a show on a somber note, but a very dear friend and brother of mine was lost today. So, I wanted to stream with... When things like this happen in my life, it reminds me of why I'm here and how limited all of our time is. So it's like, this will not be the night you skip a stream, homie, because there's people out there. At least I'm being told. I don't want to be arrogant enough to assume it, but I have been told by some folks out here that what I'm doing is needed. So, as long as it's needed, I'll keep supplying it. And thank you to those who are here. Thanks for those of you who will tune in after the fact. Hi, Pocket Thoughts. Hey, Zach, what's happening, man? Pardon me. All right, now, I want to save before me and this guy get into the fisticuffs of the evening. Oh, snap, I don't know what my last save was. We will assume it was save slot 1. Hey, Zach, I appreciate the love, man.
What news from the fields?
You hear you're still looking for volunteers to go up to the...
The Hammer Clan sent me.
Ah, that's a shame. Bar's just closed.
Then open it. You're going to serve the Hammer Clan from now on.
Am I? Strange. Here was me thinking I decided who gets served. And I don't have any reasons why I should change my mind.
He says, serve him or I'll kill you. Yes, that one. He said, serve him or I'll kill you.
Serve them or I'll kill you.
Straight to the threats, eh? You think a tavern keeper doesn't get talk like that every day? All right, hard man. Let's see you outside, in front of the tavern.
Oh! Yeah, out in front of the tavern. About to put my feet inside of your ass. Well, yeah, G. Come get this ass whipping that you know you need. Where'd you go, ho? Where did he go? Coward. Where did this hooker go?
I don't believe that.
Okay, map saying
Don't even think about stealing something, got it?
everybody's stealing that, huh?
Why would you do that?
Oh, he meant out here. All right, let's get to work.
What? You want me to start serving the Hammer Clan again, do you? Then draw your weapon and show me how seriously you want it.
Oh, I want it. Let's get to work. Here come that ass whipping that you need. I was not prepared for the game today. Eat, man, eat, eat. He's coming to kick ass out here. Got that ass beat. That is no bueno. All right, let's try that again, shall we? I got to get back used to the controls of this game. They are not exactly the control scheme is not exactly optimal or like most games. So And I don't know that in the PlayStation version you can map the controls. So it's like I'm hitting R1 to start a
Good news
fight
from the
or
field.
to swing a blade,
You hear
which
yours
in my
to
brain makes no
volunteers to
sense.
go
It
up
should
to
be
the
the
Berserkers?
square button, but the square
luck
button
to
is the
him.
jetpack.
I don't know
And
anyone
then it's
who's
just
going
like,
to
all
risk
right,
that
never
journey in a
mind.
hurry.
All right, let me do some leveling here because I think that's going to make the things I'm attempting to square away a bit more, how shall we say, doable.
You hear an outlaw's been spotted up around the main gate?
You're the second person to tell me that today.
Yeah? Do you know if Ragnar has sent out a search party yet?
Oh yeah, Ragnar's always popping in here to let me know his plans. Treats me like a brother, he does.
We're getting the seedlings in. I think
I'll
the
meet
next
you
few
again
crops should
later
go well.
on.
Hard work pays off.
See you later.
Cultivators, the shoulders upon which all berserkers stand. Warlord or warrior.
Oh, okay, so
Never
I gotta
forget
go to a
that.
trainer to
You
do
can never
all
tell
of
if you're being
this.
serious.
Vile hooray! But at least I know who the trainer is, who can do it. Iwan's here. Clem says, with my phone said you was live, but I could find you on my desktop.
Talk. That's all he's ever been.
All right. Thank you for that, sir.
It sounds like you have a problem.
Oh, I wish it was only one. But let's start with the Ison clan promising me regular deliveries from the Valley of the Damned, and then failing to get them for me. It's time Master Thorald returned from his retreat to put this right. But like everyone else, it seems like he has plans greater than, say, making sure everyone gets fed. If we don't get that food, we'll be living on hope and fresh air. Then, why should you care if our warlords don't?
Aren't you angry about that?
Of course I'm angry.
Of course
My
she's
only
angry,
motive
bruh.
is to keep people fed. If I'm going to achieve that, I need someone to talk to Angrim. I need someone to persuade him how serious the situation is. These warriors seem to think that fighting is the only thing that matters. But let's see them try fighting when they've not eaten for a week. Can you tell Angrim that's how bad it is? That if we don't start getting boxes of supplies, then the only thing he'll have to eat is boxes.
I will speak to Angrim for you.
Thank you. My hunters are doing their best. But we can't get by without those food supplies from the valley.
Z Clem says, don't mind me, my brain is fried. Dude, time to relax and take a load off. Yes, sir. Let's take that load off, man.
It sounds like these supply problems are getting you down.
No guards for escorting the supplies here or to distribute them afterwards. Outlaws and clerics stealing some of what we do send.
Yes, it's not just you. I had my armor stolen by an outlaw.
Outlaws. The one thing you can trust them to do is to steal things.
And you know where they take the things they've stolen?
Well, if they're true
Tina T,
outlaws,
what's up, yo?
there is only one place they'll take them. Straight to Tavar and a share of the profit.
Interesting to know.
Alrighty. Teach me something.
Teach me something.
Of course.
Of course. Alright, I was hoping to learn Berserker training, not this stuff. So I'm not gonna be able to do. Okay, so who's the? I gotta get the list of trainers before I play this game again. It's the one thing about Piranha Bytes games. It does not make sense. It's like you gotta find the exact person that can teach you the thing. And listen, I get from a storytelling standpoint, making the gameplay do that does serve the story. But I'll remind everybody that this medium is called video games and not video stories. But I digress. You vile heathen whores. Now then, I don't want to take another ass beating from Froctar or whatever his name was. Let's go talk to Angrim. Let's get some experience points. Let's see if we can find Count Chocula or whatever his name is, and maybe he'll give us some experience points. And maybe he's even the teacher who can teach us the Berserker magics of Jesus or whatever it is I'm supposed to be learning around here. Double timing.
We need to get some more food supplies.
Yeah. Duras. Alright, so let's end that one. Let's go talk to Anagram. Which is it this dude or the dude in the castle? We'll find out. Nope, that's Cormag, the mighty. How long is this game? It really depends on how you play it. Technically, you can do 3 playthroughs to play through all 3 of the factions in the game. If you did that, each playthrough would come in around 18 to 20 hours if you didn't spend a lot of time doing all the side quests and stuff, I imagine, from what I remember the last time I played it. But if you just wanted to play through one of the storylines and finish it, I imagine you can get it done in 20. Maybe slightly less if you're a more like detail-oriented person who likes checking off lists and you'll just obediently do what the game tells you to do, which is my fatal flaw with these games. Because I'll just start flying around in my jetpack looking for stuff. Hey man, all that sneezing? You got your vaccine, ho? You sneezing over here. Alright, Ragnar. What's all this sneezing going on? Y'all got that zombie apocalypse disease? Typical Ironwood. Go over to the website, as funny as the name of it sounds, howlongtobeat.com. I think that's the name of it. Be careful. Be careful in your searches. But look up the website that tells you how long on average games take and verify that what I'm saying is accurate about Elex. Which one of these hoes is Angrim?
Stop messing around with that technology, will you?
Anagram. It's you, baby. No, that's Caldrim, not Angrim. What is this game's problem? This is just, the game's trolling you at this point. Like, nah, that's Caldrim, bro. You need to talk to Angrim. Listen, man, one of y'all gonna talk to me about what I need or I'm gonna kick ass. That's what's gonna come next. Okay, it's definitely not Hakon or Hakon. Zombie pox. That's a good one. You Angrim? Because I already pissed this dude off. Damn it, I already pissed this dude off. What else do we need around here? We already pissed him off. Oh, Lord Jesus. Wait for screaming. I don't hear any screaming. Alright, I think we're all right.
Cinda sent me.
Cinda? Is there another problem with food supplies?
She hasn't received the resupply she needs, and nobody seems to know when she will.
I think this is the
Didn't
quest I
Jorah
wanted to
sort
do
this out?
tonight.
Or has his failure to fix things become my problem?
What does Jorah have to do with this?
Jorah was supposed to have sorted this out. Once more, it comes back to me to resolve this directly. Then, there won't be any more escorts for the deliveries. The last group I sent were killed by a troll. We haven't more men to lose that way.
A troll killed your men?
Good men. I've fought beside some of them. Being eaten alive was not the fate they deserved. I'll not send more men to their deaths. We have scant enough as it is. Cinda will have to deal with this problem herself. Tell her it is time she called on one of the other clans for help. The Ison clan will no longer risk lives for fish and meat.
Alright, Count Chocula. The Eisen clan will no longer waste precious flesh on fish and meat and cheese. Lots of cheeses. Adam Schrader says, sounds like you. Hey man, what's happening? Clem says, games that are 30 to 40 main missions tend to repeat themselves and get boring as hell. Yep. I always say, I think there's probably 5 games I can count. I can count on one hand the number of video games that are longer than 20 hours that I absolutely loved playing. I don't know any games that are longer, many games that are longer than that are not longer than they are fun. And it's just like, I don't want to, like I remember playing through Tales of Symphonia. It took me, hell, I think I was out of the army by the time I beat that game. It just, the years it took me playing it to finally finish it, it was like, hallelujah, Jesus, this is over. Jesus, why is this game so long? I don't need to do this for 74 hours. The same thing happened to me in Persona 3. It was like, I have the PSP version, which is all the extra stuff in it. Which I never understood why their mobile version games always get the extra cheese. Which I'm cool with because I own all the mobile, or I own 3 and 4 mobile. But anyway, like Persona 3, it just goes on and on. It's like, alright, bruh, I don't need to do these dungeons. And the dungeons in Persona 3 suck. It makes it a little bit hard to get into. 4 improved it a little. 5 improved it a lot. Thank you, Jesus. But yeah, it's like, but you know, then Persona 4 was was probably for me 80 hours, and I didn't mind it because what the game is a lot of fun. But that's one of the rare that would make my 5 list. Clem says, I have so many unfinished games because I get bored easily with them. Yeah, they're made to be played forever, which means they're just highly repetitive. See, hey, Stacy says, you could do the voiceovers for these games. Hey, thank you. In fact, once upon a time, I was lined up to do the voice acting for quite possibly my favorite character in all the video games. Which is weird because I hate most of the games he's in. But he is by far one of the most relatable characters for me. And they were doing a remake of the original game, and I had done some coverage of it with, you know, my media thing that I do or did back in those days. And then the leader on the project then contacted me directly and said, please, if you wouldn't mind, take down everything you just said, because you're about to get us killed by Konami, who we're in talks with to do this project, and we don't have permission squared away yet. I was like, got it? Taking video down now. I don't want to be responsible for quite possibly my favorite video game of all time at the time not happening because I made a YouTube video. And then we built a relationship, and he was like, hey man, I hear you do some, you know, work and I've heard your stuff. It's like, if you ever want to do some voice acting, we're looking for folks. And then he says, and when you do, he's like, and if you want to do auditions, just tell me which characters you'd be interested in. And if you guys haven't figured out by now, the game I'm talking about is the original Metal Gear, which was not voiced. There was no dialogue. There's dialogue that you have to read, but there's no voices. And so he's like, hey, and when you do your auditions, just send me the files directly so I can, you know, if it's good, I can just greenlight it, because, you know, he's the guy leading the project. So I was slated. I applied to be Solid Snake, but that wasn't the main character I wanted. I wanted Big Boss. I wanted to be Big Boss. I think I also auditioned for Gray Fox. I think they might have wanted me to do Dr. Petrovich, but I was like, my Russian accent sucks. There's no way I'm doing that one. Who all? It was Gray. I think it was Gray Fox, Big Boss, Snake, and maybe I know there was one other character that I applied to do. And so anyway, I got my auditions in, and things were looking good, and then the project got canceled. So thank you for the vote of confidence. I have dabbled my feet in voice acting in the video game world. Unfortunately, the project that I was slated to work on never came to pass. Plus, I found out after the fact that there was indeed no way I was going to be Snake in the remake, because the dude that did the voice for Metal Gear Solid, Mr. David Hayter, had already been secured to do Snake, and nobody knew that. It was like a little behind the scenes thing, which for me was exciting, because I want to say this was right around the same time that, you know, Konami's dumbass gave David Hayter the shaft for, you know, Kiefer Sutherland, which, good on Kiefer Sutherland, dope actor. But David Hayter is Metal Gear Solid's voice. Stop it. And Kiefer, to his credit, did a good job, you know, emulating the sound, but it ain't David. So there was indeed no way I was going to be Snake, but I didn't want to be Snake anyway. I wanted to be Big Boss. Because of my experience with Metal Gear Solid 3. That game if I ever do get to meet Kojima, I'll thank him for, that was the first time I had ever played a video game that I felt like understood my conflict with not wanting to go to war, especially for the reasons we were being sent, but still making the commitment to do it because I felt like I had an obligation to the men that I led. And to be in that conflict of, are we doing the right thing for the right reasons? And then realizing it really doesn't matter in the end anyway. And seeing what Big Boss or Naked Snake went through in that game, and to understand how god-awfully resentful he had to be for what he was made to do. I won't spoil it, but I related to him. You know, he basically got betrayed by all the people whose careers he made. And anyway, that's a sentiment I can certainly relate to. So if I ever get to meet Kojima, I'll thank him for that. And so that was a pretty disappointing experience for me, because just to be able to even be a part of the project at all would have made my whole world. But it's the way that thing goes sometimes. Maybe one day someone will buy the rights to Metal Gear. Not Metal Gear Solid. Be like, can I just buy Metal Gear? You guys can keep the Solid shit, Konami, and keep ruining games in that thing. And then I'll just hire that team. Be like, hey, the remake's greenlit. Here's all the money. Go get David Hayter. And then I get to be Big Boss, damn it. That's the one catch. That's even if I got to hire, rehire vocal coaches to get my chops back up to speed. We'll get there.
I spoke to Angram.
Oh, great. Thank you. Someone who is prepared to do something. When will the deliveries come?
Dang.
Won't. The men Angram sent to the valley are dead.
And is he going to send more? No, wait. Let me guess. We don't have warriors to spare chasing farmers. How does he expect me to get supplies if he can't? He's got a host of warriors he can assign. I'm one person behind a counter.
I could go for you.
You? Well, I appreciate the offer, but If his men were killed, I can't ask you to go alone.
I won't go alone.
Besides, it's not one delivery I need. It's regular supplies, and a lot of them. If the Isen clan won't help, one of the others will have to. Would you speak to Ragnar, warlord of the Hooded Crows? Or Cormag of the Hammer clan? I'll have to hope that one of them can understand why this is so important.
Let's get it. Alright, now I get to see if Ragnar is the trainer of trainers. And then I can go beat the guy up at the bar once I level up. Bar fights in my tight ass corduroys. Look at them things, boy. Sexy in them pants. It's a long hike, man. Let's get busy around here. Ragnar of the Crooked Crows, or whatever they're called.
Cinda sent me here.
Further problems with the supply run? The warlords discussed this, and the Isen clan promised to see to the deliveries.
The Isen clan are refusing to help.
Then you should speak to Angram. He guaranteed the supplies. If you can't persuade him, then try Cormag. He agreed to cover any problems that Angram could not.
Alright. Alright. Speak to Cormag. He'll help you. That dude looked like Joe Biden as a Viking. He says, dude, I missed the first 45 minutes of Kip's stream once I got all the orders picked. I said, screw it. Pulled out my phone, started listening. My boss was staring. I couldn't get... So I went on to Kip's stream a couple of times. I was actually late because, as the title of this video states, I lost one of my brothers today. Unfortunately. And so I was late to the stream. But when I got there, the stream wouldn't work for me. And so I left, shut everything down, came back, tried it a couple more times. And the stream would not work at all, so I didn't get to see any of it, unfortunately. But yeah, it's tough. But I'm glad you made it, man. Good stuff. Cormag, I need some loot.
Cinda needs your help.
More trouble with the supplies? What can I do to help?
She needs people to collect
She
the food
needs people
deliveries.
to kick ass.
I thought Angram had sent men to do that.
No, Angram tripping.
The men he sent are dead. They were attacked by a troll.
And more will die if our men aren't fed. Still.
Okay, so you guys did see me texting to you, good, because I couldn't hear anything or see anything.
But if they're to go out there, then I want to improve their odds of survival.
Hold on.
We recently captured some movement detectors from the Clerics. They're being stored in the pit, ready for the Elex to be taken out of them. Get me one of those movement detectors, and I will give Cinda the help she wants.
Oh.
What if the guard catches me?
That's a situation best avoided, don't you think?
This is how I
I've
got
heard
the
talk that
parts.
you can enter the pit from above. That could be your best way to avoid detection.
So this is how I figured out
Admittedly,
how
you
to
could
get
be more
my
direct,
drone.
But I'd appreciate it if you were discreet.
And matter of fact, don't I already have the movement detector? Yeah, I thought so. Bow in your ass.
Detector you wanted.
Excellent work. Now my men stand a chance of seeing danger before they walk into it. Tell Cinder she can count on the support of the Hammer Clan. I will tell the men to be ready.
Shouts out to our 2 mascots. One over my left shoulder, Mr. Bob Ross, give it up. And the one and only Sam Porter Bridges. Known to some of you as Sam Porter Butt Cheeks. Sure. Melee weapons, okay. Combat range weapons. Kicking ass all damn night. That's what I do. Alright. So basically the game's saying, nah, you ain't leveling up, G. Kip said he'll send it to me. Sweet! Yeah, I didn't want to let him down, man. I wanted to be there to support him and try to get some of my audience to show up, but my fear was if there was a problem on TikTok and I started streaming, hey, go here, I didn't want to send him more people that couldn't see it. And I had no idea if my TikTok was even working properly. So, but I'm glad you guys were able to see, like, hey, I'm trying to be here. I hope you guys don't think I blew you off. Sam Porter, Rita's cheeks. Tina T says, I took a picture in Arizona of the Tonto Forest overlook, and I call it my Bob Ross picture. Hey, that's pretty dope. I like that. I like that a lot there, girl. Was that Forrest Gump and Sling Blade mixed? I feel like I'm getting my accents mixed up, and thus butchering them. I tell you, except for wearing these women's business slacks, this dude's pretty sexy. I have to get him some man pants here at some point. But I guess if you go far enough back into the 1500s like this place is, or whatever year it is, it's actually way in the future. You know, but it's mirroring the past. Men wore blouses. Shirts versus the blouses. Skins versus the blouses. Shirts versus the blouses. Cinda.
The Hammer Clan will get your supplies.
They will? You convinced Cormac to help?
You know I did, girl.
Yes.
Oh, you don't know what a relief that is. I was going crazy here.
Yeah,
the least I can do is offer you some Elexit as thanks for your help.
Hey.
Give me what you think is fair.
Well, the Ison clan were due 2 payments. I guess they won't be claiming them now.
This mother...
There was $250 for the first, the same again for the second.
Oh, Lord.
So you get 500 Elexit.
This dude says stop. Hammer Clan.
Pilgrim has been gone for so long, I'm not sure anyone knows where he is. He announced that he needed to go into retreat for some higher purpose. And
men used to wear high heels before women did, and jewelry.
All I know is that his leaving had something
There's
to
a
do
time
with
in the hunting stage of humanity I've read where men were more adorned than women were. So, and in the 1800s, I've heard tell that pink was a boy color and blue was the girl color. That the blue being the boy things new. If you live long enough, you see everything twice. Or so my old mentors tell me. I'm starting to see things happen again, though, from when I was very young. Like, what I'm really hoping, I'm watching my kids' generation, and I think they're going to usher in the next 1980s, where it's just like everybody was just, Coke is it, and, you know, not the hyper-consumerism, obviously, but just the, hey, we got a shot to do something really cool and be awesome here, you know, and if we could do it without some of the economic turmoil, that'd be nice. Although, you know, we've got to have some here with this market silliness that's been going on for 400 years. But, you know, we bounce back from that. But yeah, this younger generation that's coming up gives me a lot of hope because they're hungry. They don't carry the entitlements of, you know, the older generations and even, you know, the younger ones a little bit older than them. So I think it's going to be really cool to see what they come up with. Let's see. What does she
Teach me
teach?
something.
Of course.
Of course. You vile heathen. Teach me the skills, woman. I must learn, and you will teach. Vile whore, you have no skills that I need. She gotta be a vile whore because she can't help you. It's just arrogant and narcissistic. Typical Iowan says, honestly, it's refreshing to hear someone say that. Yeah, man. You know, one of the things I have been in my past is a what's called a certified facilitator. So that's the guy you call into a company when your company's having problems, and he helps you think and talk through how to fix them. And one of the things that will break up a company, an organization, a tribe, a group, a country, is what's called a negative communication cycle, where as people become more negative about the situation they're in, no matter how good or bad the situation is, as the focus becomes more and more negative, things start to skew more and more negative. The Bible actually teaches about this, right? And so as thoughts become more negative, words become more negative, deeds become more negative. And so yes, we've had a lot of problems. There's been a pandemic, but you know, humanity's been having a hell of a run for the last couple compared to if you go back to 20,000 years ago, right? So let's keep things in perspective. Yeah, there's bad stuff going on in the world, but it has also never been better than it has. All right, so if we just keep continuing to yell at each other about all the things we disagree about and continue the negative communication cycle, inevitably your company eats itself from the stomach out. And it doesn't matter who you bring in as leaders to try to fix it. It's over. The negative communication cycle will rot a group of people from the inside out. Right? So, yeah, I'm very much encouraged by these young people. And why wouldn't we want them to be coming up with the same type of hope for a future than all of us were given? You know, so it's like I want to tell everybody, like, America needs a nap and some apple juice, man. Chill. Yeah, stuff's bad. We got it. Bitching about it ain't making it better. Do whatever the actions you can take to make your environment this much better. We all get collectively better when you do that and stop complaining and stop yelling at all the people who are wrong because you're right. It's like, what is this actually like? And when I listen to Americans talk now, I feel like I don't remember preschool, but this feels like what preschool would be. Like, and even like people, you know, I got people around me who are in their 60s just saying the dumbest shit. I'm like, haven't you been on Earth long enough to have read a few books, motherfucker? Like, damn. Well, I just come from simpler times. Well, yeah, the times have ceased being simple. Yeah, it was a lot easier when you could just beat the shit out of people and make them fucking get your groceries. Shit's changed, homie. You know, like, so yeah, it's complex. There are 300 million of us running around here. It's going to be a little more complicated than, dadgummit, this is what the word says, and that's what it's going to be. It's like, all right, got it. No room for anything. Just that's what it's got to be. Got it. Yeah. And then in the same breath, you know, I got people telling me that Lucky Charms are racist because, like, please, just all of you, nap and apple juice. Please. Please, America. Get your nap, get your apple juice. And what other quest do I have?
I have to go.
Nobody asked you where you had to go. What are you telling me for? Ah, it was that guy. I can't fight him yet. Alright, so where is it? Aha! Yeah, now, young people, be encouraged, man. You got a future. Just don't be as dumb as your parents. All you got to do is be 3% smarter than them. You're going to be fine. And read more books than them. Because they grew up watching TV. That's why they're dumb. Turn off Netflix and go read something. You'll have a far better life.
You'd better watch yourself. There are jackals here. You'd better watch yourself. There are jackals here.
No, it's not. We killed the jackals, man. What are you talking about? Killed them, baby. Alright, so why is he even... Oh, got it. Turn that off. That's why. Got it. Thank you. Let's get it. Hey, Ursula's in the house. Do I think that's what's happening in America right now? Absolutely. So there's a negative communication cycle being driven by the media because that raises the type of emotionality that gets people to be acquisitive and consumerist, right? So you have fear-based consumerism that's being driven by media. That's why I tell you guys to turn all that shit off, and why I provide shows for people to come watch and get some encouragement for 5 seconds and not get yelled at because you believe something that other people didn't like, for a half an hour. But the negative communication cycle is being driven by the people who are profiting from it. But they're acquisitive, coward assholes because they don't realize they're corrupting their system from the inside out. And so what y'all need to use media to do, and why I've been, really encouraging all of you to pick up your microphone and start talking about the stuff that's important to you, because you got a voice and you got something to say that people probably need to hear. It's like, hey, people need to hear what you have to say so you can drown out the negativity, right? Because we make you acquisitive, keep you consumerist, and then we keep you dependent upon the things, will create all this anxiety, and then the companies will create the drugs and the entertainment and all the things that you need to, numb yourself of it. I mean, do we need as many video games as we have? We need all of them? No. No. Alright, let's save before we get into the convo. Some Capri Sun. Capri-Soni if you're in Germany. The 23-cent juices with no brands on them. You talking about the jugs, man? Them joints was delicious. They were way better than Capri Sun. Yeah, the little barrel drinks, delicious. Absolutely delicious. Tina says, all right, B, I got to go. I actually time blocked my night. Going to go work out. There you go. Go kill it, lady. Talk soon. Iowa, not acquisitive, acquisitive. Greedy. You need to acquire things. Gotta catch them all. That's acquisitive. Great question. Thank you for asking me to correct that, because I do be butchering words on this show. And anytime one of my allergies kicks in, I get tongue sores. So like any of my vitamins that have that sour crap on it rips my mouth apart. So I'll be talking like this on half the time. So yeah, if I butcher a word, please just rein me right back in. All right, anyway, let's get back to the business of talking to Ulrich.
So, your job is to protect these plants from mutants.
Happy. I've got the most important job in Golia. Hey, maybe even on Magalan. Protecting the seedlings, that's the law. World hearts are to be protected from everyone and everything. Not that these little baby seedlings are world hearts yet. But now Boren's had the mana delivery from Caldrum, we can start cultivating them again, and then, who knows? World hearts, proper world hearts, are rare. But maybe, just maybe, one of these little things will make it to maturity.
Are you happy working for Cauldron?
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, it's not always so easy. Caldrum is pretty strict about how the plants are grown and what you do with them and, well, how are we gonna learn like that? You think the first cultivators just stood and watched things grow? The first mages just waited for magic? No, they tried things. They experimented.
Is there a way to stop the mutants from eating the plants?
Yeah, I mean, if we can't grow many world hearts, maybe we should try growing them differently. Maybe we could breed them so that the mutants wouldn't eat them. But we're not allowed to try, which is crazy. I mean, imagine what we could do. And not just to seedlings. If mana does that to a plant, imagine what it could do to a person. If we don't try, we won't progress.
What do you think of Born?
He's a good boss. I enjoy working with him. He cuts me some slack, gives me some time of my own. That gives me a chance to, well, do some experiments sometimes. Just try a few things to see if I can help the seedlings.
And is everything all right out here? There's nothing getting you down?
Just the usual. The mutants. The low success rate in growing world hearts. The occasional bit of grief from the boss, but nothing too bad. You know, nothing worth talking about.
Why are world hearts so rare?
I don't know. I mean, Berserkers have been studying them since before I was born. I think they found one out in the wild. I heard they were going to destroy it because it was, you know, a mutant plant. Then they realized this thing was making everything else grow. They've been learning how to cultivate more world hearts since then, but it's hard. Even since they learned to feed them with mana.
It sounds like you really care about your job.
You know, yes, I do. I want to see the seedlings live. I want to see more world hearts. I just wish that the others could see how I could help them achieve that.
How do you think you can improve the seedling crop?
And that's just the seedlings. There've not been many experiments on people since some narrow-minded warlord banned them. I think we should at least talk about trying that again. If feeding mana to plants in these doses can make world hearts, what would happen if we got the dose right with people? Any experiment, it's going to take someone to show the way, to blaze the trail, to be the first.
It takes courage to be the first.
Well, I was thinking about mana and seedlings and us, right? The Elex, the normal Elex that the Albs are after, that makes them stronger. That's why they're so scary. So I thought, what if we did that with mana? I mean, it's been purified by the plants, so it should be all right, yeah? And if it makes us stronger, like the Alps, then we'd stand more of a chance. We could take them on. So I extracted the juice from a seedling and I drank it. And I felt like I understood everything. Everything.
Don't your laws forbid that?
Yeah, I suppose, but don't you see? If we can get this to work, if we can do this, then we'd all be stronger. You can see that, can't you? I've got to wait to try again, but I'm telling you, one more dose, maybe two, and I'll become something else. Something that can fight the Alps.
One more dose?
One more mature seedling, and I could solve this question. I know it. I can show everyone the way. We can win this war. All this can be over. You believe me, right? So, let's keep this between ourselves. You will get more juice. I promise. I should go now. I have to make this work. These seedlings, there are...
Okay, well, we got enough information. Home Wonders Gold Leader, he's down here running drugs. You want me to shoot him? Full Metal Alchemist, says the Broken Suba. Indeed. The Metal Alchemist is full. And the Tower Guardian is helping him. He thinks. The cool thing about this show is I bake those types of references in. And like, I know Suba knows every quote that I just did, he knows exactly where they come from. But it's like, you have to be so super nerdy at a very specific level to get those references. But there's going to be people like Suba that come across the show like, I know where he got that from. Whereas everybody else just thinks I'm psychotically spouting off nonsense. Which I am. Let's not try to feign sanity. I left that world many moons ago.
He always thought he could talk his way around anyone. Trolls, mantises, raptors. It's crazy to travel out there.
So he's freebasing Tree Spirit, basically. Basically freebasing trees. Tree spirits, yes. You have said that correctly, sir. What's this down here? My marker. You're a vile whore. There is no marker. What is this? Alright, now we good. Ah, yes, it'll teach me the things I need to know. So homeboy won't even train me right now, probably until he wants me to kill people from my own tribe, which he's gonna come up short at that, brother. But until I can get some more leveling up juice, man, this is no bueno. Oh, you can't do that until you pick a damn tribe. That's why it's closed off. Come on, Chambers, you hooker. Ah, I'm sitting here looking for something that doesn't exist. Okay, anyway, now we can at least get back down to business. What sort of business do you suppose he's getting down to? Anybody gets that reference, that's a deep-ass cut right there. It's a game I used to play on all my shows. I will have these deep cut references from some of my favorite shows and movies. And it's like, you have to have probably seen the episodes as many times as I have. Because I have a weird personality. Like, I don't always like consuming a bunch of new stuff. When I have something I really like, I'll just watch it 100 times. And be happy. It's like, Brian, did you catch the news? No, I'm still watching, Portlandia for the 700th time. Alright, contact. Again, I can't do that one yet. Refuge for the Separatists. No, I definitely can't do that one. Well, Where? Okay, so it must not be a main mission. Yes, Law of Berserkers. There he is. That's the one. How far am I going out here? Dag, naberationized. All right, let's get to work. Man, this stuff at dusk looks gorgeous. Look at that blue stuff. Look at the contrast of that cracked dust against the brown table at dusk. That is... Woo! Like, just whoever the designer who made that scenery right there, you won, dog. Period. Amen. Give this person a Lifetime Achievement Award for just running past that scene. That little gorgeous, catch your eye, make you think of beauty. I like that. Well done. Well done, designers. Don't pass out too many verbal trophies, so I better take them while you can get them. It sounds so arrogant. You better take my praise while you can get it. Like I matter at all. I don't. This made the game for me right here. This jetpack was... Jesus inspired this himself. He went to Piranha Bytes and said, hey, y'all need a jetpack. And they were like, Jesus, it's you. Listen, we'll get to that. I need you to put a jetpack in your next game. Promise you. You're going to win with that. All right, whatever you say, Jesus. Yes, I was at the meeting. How else would I know this happened? Who asked that question? Is this guy having a nervous breakdown? Nope. That happened a long time ago. I was watching an android and his former commanding officer share a tender moment. Ah. Well played there, Mr. Motley. You did get the reference. Which commanding officer? Just jetpacks. Suba always on time with it. Oh, snap, they flying, Jesus. That's the Alps, man. That's the evil people that tried to excommunicate me. And when we get to the end of the game, oh, especially when I can't even tell you. Because when we, like, here's what I'll say. Just think how excited you were when Luke got his lightsaber. If you care about, if you enjoyed Star Wars. If you don't care, no worries. But think of how excited you were when you saw Luke get the lightsaber for the first time. At the end of this game, all I'm saying is there's some things that access is given to. And we're going to have ourselves a time of times. Can you run, please? You're bald. Come on, ball. Run, ho! Good time for this walking. You're trying to get eaten by these things out here. This ain't no game. You're not in a position to fight these people. Ah, Ryan. So close, you didn't actually get the reference. Now, you did get the character. Well, you got one person right. The android is right. But you're in the wrong show. You're in the wrong show, my brother. But the fact that you knew that was Star Trek at all, props. Props, and props. And that you knew it was Commander Data that said it. You knew it was Commander Data that said the quote. You're just wrong show. You got to go back in time. Actually, Iwan, I've done exactly that in this game. Where there's a thing I had to go get, and there's like, you can't come in here, so I just went around and jumped over the fence with the jetpack from the back, and he didn't see me, so I was like, all right, peace. In fact, when we jumped off the hill to the town, that's actually close to where that was. He said Enterprise, you stupid. But yeah, so props to Ryan. He got the reference. He just got the wrong show. Right character. Well, one character was right, the other character was wrong. The two people he said it to are actually technically three. The Hotel Royale is the name of the episode. It's the episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation where they get trapped on this planet that's running a simulation. So he was actually right about the hologram too. They're in the simulation that's this old 1950s noir basically story. And there's this old Texas man there betting on things, and he's like, time to get down to business. And then Commander Data looks at Commander Riker at Worf and he says, what sort of business? And he says it like, in business, do you suppose he's getting down to? And there's your quote. I was more of a Star Wars fan, but have seen all the Star Trek movies and a handful of episodes. Yeah, I don't even really swing with the movies. I was never a big fan of those. The TV show was always more my speed. I mean, I used to like Star Wars more than Star Trek until I became like a teenager and I would fall asleep to Star Trek: The Next Generation because it would come on like at 10 o'clock at night, and I'd have insomnia a lot. And so I'd fall asleep to the show because it was usually mostly peaceful and not and crazy. To this day, I can't watch crazy shit. So I grew this affinity for Star Trek: The Next Generation because not only is it entertaining, it got me through a rough patch.
Why are you doing that?
I'm chilling, baby. I didn't mean that. Nothing, baby. Just cool. Be cool, man. Me and you cool.
So, what have we here? An exile or sightseer? Are you on your way down to join the damned, or have you just come to see where all the bad people go? Come on, speak up. You won't get to use the elevator until you've told me your business.
Have you ever been in the Valley of the Damned yourself?
Damned, yeah? Sort of the important part of Valley of the Damned. That place is for the exiled. I don't ever want to see that place.
Does anyone ever get exiled unjustly?
The law is clear. You have to be an idiot to break it. And our warlords are smart, really smart. They can see when someone is a threat to Goliath. That's why my job is important. I do guarding and repairing, remember? Besides, most of them down there are too busy dodging the creatures to plan an escape.
So yeah, there was a time where Star Wars was more my thing too, Suba. But that got killed when the prequels came out. Like, once the prequels came out, I went to see them all, tried to get excited. By the third one, I was just like, all right, let's get it over with. And then when they announced they were making the next three, I'm like, they're not going to make it better. Like, what? Can we let Star Wars just be what it was? Do we need to keep making them? And then they made the next three, and those were terrible. Rogue One was wildly mediocre. It just wasn't as bad as all the freaking other ones. That's why everyone loved it to death. It was very boring and long in a lot of places. But then, great in other ways. But it just... Outside of the original trilogy, there's just nothing about Star Wars. And I tried, for the love of Christ, to watch that stupid Clone Wars cartoon. And I think, like, all the people that were screaming at me to watch it, well, they were watching it, during their version of Saturday morning cartoons when they were kids. I was a grown-ass man. That shit came out. And it just, for as much as they tried to tell me, it's wonderful, it just wasn't. I tried. It was boring. And that's kind of how Star Wars, for me, became synonymous with boring. Like, none of the movies are actually terrible. Especially if they weren't Star Wars movies. They'd be, all right, weird fantasy movies or whatever. But it's just, Star Wars started to associate itself with just being boring. So I had to be like, all right, I don't need to watch this anymore. I'm good. They don't need to keep making it, and I don't need to keep watching it.
How many exiled live in the valley?
I don't know. There used to be guards that went down there to check on them, but they don't do that anymore. Not since the recent Alb attacks. Now, nobody is keeping record of how many have died or how many are still working where they were told to, so who knows? But it's their fault. They shouldn't have broken the law.
What elevator?
What elevator? The enormous wheel over there. The winch down to the...
Man, all that smart-ass talking, I'll kill you.
Apart from shout at passersby.
You watch your mouth. I'm the sole sentinel here.
That down
I do
wheel
the
over
guarding
there.
and repairing.
Stab this dude in
More
the
the
throat.
guarding than repairing, right? The elevator is bust and no one showed me how to fix it. So unless you know anything about winches, you can't get down there. Do you?
No.
Well, that saved you from yourself. No sane. It's just trade.
I thought you said it was your job.
Yeah. Fixing this elevator is really complicated. So unless you've got a portable smelter and forge to make a new one.
That...
Yeah.
Have you...
Spare part? Spare part?
It's your job. Why don't you go and fetch a spare?
Because my job has two parts, right? Guarding. If I go off looking
This is
for
the
things,
longest-winded
then I won't
dude
be
in the
doing
game,
either
and
part
we
of
just
my
talking
job.
about a damn elevator.
I want to get it.
I'm gonna bust your Schindler ass.
How long?
Since the other...
We don't need to know this.
gone.
Tell me where it's at. I'm gonna get it and then shoot you in your ass.
Exactly. I don't...
Can you help me?
Let me think. You will...
So...
Say, don't you have something else?
Alright. When it come time, I'm killing your ass. I just let you know fair and square. I'll bust your ass. Let's see, Super says, nah, the Star Wars books is where it's at. George came up, well, I mean, I didn't know we were talking about books. Like, I mean, are there even any Star Trek books that we could compare that to? I mean, if we're talking about books, it go nuts, man. I totally understand you choosing Star Wars in terms of books. Unfortunately, can't murder him yet because I need him to give me some XP for turning in this quest. So, we won't kill him just yet, but when the time comes, my good people, we'll cut this dude's throat. I ain't scared of no ghosts. Y'all ready to jump off of this joint? The Star Trek Klingon Dictionary, yeah. But not like, are there Star Trek, like, books written, like, stories outside of the movies and whatnot? Yeah, get some, ho. Alright, let's get out of here. We're not ready for this fight. Done. That's why you don't go to the Valley of the Beast or whatever they call this place. Oh, I remember that road. I remember running right down that thing like, oh, snap, there's spaceships flying over here. What in the name of the Lord are we going to do? Let's try that again. Watch your dadgum. Actually, am I?
Are you stupid?
Do something about it, punk bitch. Stab you in your throat. Then I'll have a reason to. Come on over here and try something. And we'll see how stupid I am. Alright. Let's see. Broken Super says, yes, apparently lots of Star Trek books, though I haven't read them. Cool. I can dig it. Wait a minute. Why am I checking? Hold up. That's the fights with General Amistad or whatever, isn't it? I don't think I'm ready for this part. I think I selected maybe the wrong quest. Yep, damn it, that is the wrong quest. But you know what? I'm glad I came down here because I talked to Bridgeman and I got the teleporter, so this was not in vain. Not in vain at all. Let's get this out of here. Actually, this will be a good one to do if it's not. Yeah, okay. Oh, actually, hold one. Let's not fall off the dang cliff trying to party here. Woo! Don't play around here, y'all. Better come prepared to boogie. All right, we got it. Ball out. Come on, man. You got the ball now. They coming. All right, donkey shorts. Ball out. Are they still giving chase, my brother? It's like no other. Oh, snap. I don't have to do any of this. Get your ass back to the transporter, ho. What's wrong with you? Apparently there are books. Cool, man. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to read any of it, but I'm glad for the people that love it. It exists. Hey, that's a dude. I need to come back and talk to him. Hey, Gear Bolt. Get your dumb ass over here. I got your gear. Go fix the whatever this thing is called. The bridge, the elevator. The one thing I loved about Skyrim, long-winded people got dead quick. Yeah, but the problem is, by the time you got to Skyrim, you know, the newer Elder Scrolls games won't let you kill everybody. So, like, I tried to, the dude, Kaldur, or whatever his name is, in that first town, where you're talking to the Jarl, and he's beefing like, this dude don't look like the Dragonborn. I don't see no sign of it. So I dragon shouted him, like, you don't see that? Ho? And then the whole army attacked me. I'm like, this is between me and him. I didn't hurt him. And so I tried to kill everybody in the room, but they kept respawning. They kept resurrecting. So it was like, well, I guess that's how this game's supposed to work.
That depends.
Yeah?
I've got the missing gear, so now you can repair the winch.
Are you sure you want that doing? Think about it. You're opening the door to criminals. We could be attacked, murdered, passed over for promotion. Who knows what could happen?
I'm not asking. Fix the damn winch.
I'll deal with that when I need to. Right. I'll get to work right away. Give me a minute.
Ooh, level up.
That's it. The elevator should work now. But if I find out that someone has used this elevator without authorization, you will have to answer to me.
Oh, to you? Punk ass. Shoot you in your ass. Answer to you. Now hold one. Can't just leave here. There's going to be something across this ridgeway. And we're going to go find out what it is because we're explorers and warriors. Suba said, collected almost all 250 Star Wars books. Good Lord. Until episode 1 came out, and then there were another 250 within 6 months. That's just, like, how many, the consumerism, enough, you heathens, and not you, the people who are making this stuff. Uh-oh. Did my game just freeze up? Ease up, freeze up for a second. Now bounce to this. Good thing I save often. Why is this not giving me what I need? Oh, you know what? Oh, weapons out. That'll do it. There we go. It's like, why is this thing stuck? Ryan says we're all okay, Dora. All right, Dora it is. Just a little bit of killing. Ain't nothing too bad. Nothing too crazy. I knew there'd be another one over there. Heck yeah. Alright, just in case we mess up our first Neo jump here. Let's save the game. Ursula says, phone dying, gonna bounce. Dream sweet, friends. You as well, milady. You as well. What are you doing, man? Get your ass up and move. We got stuff to do, man. We got time for all this. Hold what you got. Hold what you got, son. Oh! Ooh, am I about to get a new axe? That sounds like there's another beast in the vicinity. I forgot they could do that. Damn, it's like every enemy in these games can kill from anywhere. And the controls aren't sharp enough to just be bouncing around and fighting all eloquently. Oh. The game will become less tense as I level up and get access to better gear. But in these early stages, why? It is tough sledding in the early days of Elex. Yes, give me that. Kip Harley says, hey B, thanks for trying to stream my live. Yeah, my man, I felt really bad that I couldn't be there. I was running late because I had a call run late, but then I got some bad news that one of my warrior brothers passed away today. A really close brother of mine. And so I was a little bit late getting there. And then it was like, then the stream wouldn't work. I tried to shut everything down, but I was glad that Clem was telling me that you guys were able to see my messages. So I was like, all right, at least they knew I tried, and that I just didn't want you guys to think I left you hanging. Let's see. Alyssa says, hey, what's up? Any interesting topics of discussion tonight? Yeah, just we've just been really just hanging. Nothing too crazy. I went on one of my typical rants about the media, but it was like a 30-second one. I didn't go too long. But so, yeah, I guess the interesting discussion was I was telling the crew here that one of my former lives was being a certified facilitator. And so that's the dude you bring into your company when you're having problems to help you fix your company. Right, like one of the last companies I did that with was a cybersecurity company, and they were having a rough go. Crap, is that thing still chasing me? Because I don't really want to get into these fisticuffs. And one of the things I was saying, we're talking about the challenges we face in America, and a lot of our challenges are self-fulfilling prophecies, because what you see tears apart any culture, business, organization, tribe, pick a label. One thing that will always tear it apart is what's called a negative communication cycle. So you get one person who gets disgruntled, and then they get a bunch of other people disgruntled, and then it spreads, and then the communication cycle about the place is just about all of the negative shit that's going on, and then eventually people can't see the forest for the trees. It's all negative, and it's all bad, and the leadership's all evil, and then it doesn't matter. You could bring, like I joke, America is going through the same level of empathy with our political system. Like Jesus Christ himself and Buddha could return and be the president and vice president, and they still wouldn't be able to pull it off because there's so much closed-minded, just negative communication and general negativity. And so a lot of what I do and what I've done in the media for a lot of years is try to reverse that. Like, hey, yeah, there's some bad shit going on, but also this other shit over here hey, like, levels of poverty going down worldwide. Hey, there's good shit happening too. Yeah. Like, we have electric cars and fuck robots. What is everybody angry about? Like, let's look at the good side. You know, and I don't mean that, like, obviously naively. Like, let's just look at the good side or put your head in the sand. But it's like, also, don't put your head up your ass. It's not all bad. Let's see, Kip says, I don't care at all, man. It was a great gesture. Oh, yeah, dude. I was happy to try, man. Absolutely. He says, sorry for another one down. Yeah, this one hits hard, man. This is the group of brothers I take my yearly trip with. And I was talking to the kind of our ringleader. And it's just like, how are we even going to do it again next year without our guy? So, but, you know, I wanted to stream, and I even titled the stream that, just because I felt like the best way to honor him was to keep doing what we're up to, which is creating a place for warriors like us to come and heal, but also to build shit together so we don't have to lose our sense of purpose on a planet that's becoming less and less resilient by the second. So I wanted to still show up for you, and then couldn't. That was disappointing. But then I was like, I'm still going to stream because I want to be here for my people. Because just because our brother's down don't mean the war is over. So here we go. And he would have kicked my ass if I hadn't anyway, so. Oh man, where are these people I'm supposed to be? Actually, did I already do the thing I was supposed to do? Perhaps I did. Alyssa says the media loves to keep you scared because it sells. Absolutely. I scare you to death, and then I give you erectile dysfunction. And then this, I don't know, Levitra or Viagra or whatever the shit's called, is the one paying CNN to run their shows. Like, we don't see a conflict of interest here. The people who bring us the news are run by people who sell us shit. Like, my neighbor tried to stop my wife the other day, talking about, hey, did you hear that they're making, you know, the vaccines out of alien baby dicks? Or and then the next word out of his mouth were, I heard it on the news. And that's, like, I heard it on the news is my key word to stop listening. Like, I read it at the library. Oh, let me hear more about that. But I heard it on the news. It's like, bruh, if you don't get that retard box shit out of my face. But he wasn't talking to me, because I know he wouldn't have said that dumb shit to me. Unless he was trying to be funny, which he probably was. But it's like, dog, come on. So, yep. Here we are. So, wait. Is that a... Oh, or is that the bridge I was already on? Oh, shit. I see that thing. Where is it? That is terrifying, man. All right, weapons out. Oh, it's the isopod's freaking reflection. Holy crap. That was scary as hell. Like, how big is this thing I'm about to run up on? But it was this light making a little roach look big. I ain't for the scary stuff, man. That ain't my world. You people that like being scared and screaming and shit. Nope. That's why that Alien Isolation got one playthrough. Was like, this ain't. I mean, I will probably play it again for the sake of the show, because it'll be hilarious to watch a grown man screaming. But, and not joking or acting. Get some jetpacks for your asshole. Oh, you got a jetpack? You got one? You have no idea how impossibly hard it is. But you know what? Good on the game designers, because that would actually be impossibly hard in real life. So, can't be mad at that. Shouldn't have had an easy shot. There's an analogy there. We see scary shadows worse than the truth. Yes, in fact, I'm glad Kip brought that up, because when you guys come on these shows, you get to hear stuff early. So my next book recommendation for the book club is you guys will get early recommendations. But most of you here are on all my reading lists and stuff, or you have my mandatory stuff. Mikey and the Dragons. Very much has to do with what Kip just brought up. If you have not read Mikey and the Dragons, it is mandatory reading for my warriors. It'll take you all of 8 minutes to read it. It's a kid's book, but I'll tell you, sometimes kids' books are the most profound things I read and cry my eyes out because of just how simple the truth that they're trying to get across is, and it's not shrouded in 250 pages of bullshit pontification because they wanted to sell a book. It's just getting right to the heart of the matter. So yeah, if you haven't read Mikey and the Dragons by Jocko Willink, give that a read. Oh snap, that damn jetpack didn't engage. Oh, this game is nerve-wracking when you have to jump around these weird ancient areas that are broken down. So if you guys are tuning in for the first time, you have no idea what this is. This is a planet called Magalan, and 600 billion years ago or whatever it was, like a weird comet struck this planet. But the comet was imbued with these powers that reshaped what the planet was and evolved all the things that are here. And the humans that live here all interacted with that chemical, if you will, in different ways. So the tribe that this guy that I'm playing as comes from was the tribe of addicts, who started to consume basically the magic from the comet, and it caused them to have incredible amounts of strength, but also basically deletes their conscience and basically makes them a cold sociopath, psychopath. And so their whole thing is just amassing power. He goes to do a mission. He has a brother, you'll find out eventually, that they're in competition. He goes to do a mission. You find out that he fails the mission, and in his tribe, if you fail, they execute you. There is no room for failure. He technically failed, and so his brother, which you'll find out later is his brother, shows up to do the execution. He goes to do the execution. He fails, obviously, because homeboy here is still alive. And when he wakes up, all of the Elex that he had been forced to consume all those years that gave him superpowers had run out of his system, and now he's just a regular-ass weak human running around with a shitty bow and arrow. And that's why you see me being scared and running from stuff, because he can't fight anymore. And the purpose of the game is building him back up to the person who can go back to his tribe and punch him in the balls. So I kind of gave away the story, but if you didn't see that that's where the story was going when the whole world hates this guy's tribe, well, I don't know what to tell you. Read more comic books. Clem says, wait, the same dude who does the podcast? Yes, one and the same. All right, I wanted to talk to Mason.
If you see Ray anywhere, then you let me know, okay?
Yeah.
If you see Ray anywhere...
Actually, Ray's the guy I'm looking for. Why don't you give me some tips on how to find Ray? He stole my gear. Put a foot in his ass, too, when I find him. Oh, gland soup recipe. Yeah, actually, I need to check on all my items I picked up in the world so I can get all the experience points I'm supposed to have. Oh, you gotta have a broom. How have I not found a pickaxe at this point? We got pickaxing to do. We need to get these iron ores and stuff, man. How has this dude not found a pickaxe? I even went to the store to buy a pickaxe. They wouldn't sell me one. I'm like, do y'all not believe in pickaxes here? Broken Super says, that's a solid story. Yeah, I mean, the story in this game is actually dope. For a Western-made role-playing game, that's hit or miss, right? They hit the story. This is one of the better stories that. But you know what? All Piranha Bytes game stories are at the very least interesting. I don't think I've ever played one I've played games that stink too bad to keep playing them, but like the Risen series is crazy interesting, especially the first one. We'll play Risen on this show, believe me, and you'll see how these games, because this is basically just Risen 2.0 with jetpacks, right? But you'll see how much they've evolved from then to now, and just like the simplicity of Risen and what it is as a game. And it's clunky and it's clumsy and it's old and it's dated. And yeah, the controls aren't great. But damn, that game is fun to get lost in the woods. It's like, if you remember, I don't know if you guys did this as kids, because everyone here is of different ages. I know everybody my age and older had this experience. But most people had this experience, so let's assume. But that time when you were a kid, when you would just go play in the woods and have an adventure, that's Risen. The minute you hit the beach, it's just adventure in the woods. And because the world is not a giant, sprawling world that you have to spend 40 hours in, it stays succinct. And even though it's not quite linear, it's still succinct. And that's what made me love Risen so much, playing it as years ago, back when I reviewed it on my old media channel, which you can still find. You can look up Risen Review Bryant Chambers if you want to see me talk about a game and basically yell at everybody in the industry for not saying it's as good as it is. There's a pickaxe jackhammer in the northeast city. I think that's the city I tried to go to and got my ass whooped last time we played. So I got some leveling up to do before we get to that northeast city, you tombaugh. 321 Ryan writes tombaugh in the comments. Oh, that's that music. Look alive, hoes. Wasn't Risen built on the Diablo engine? I don't see how that would be possible. Diablo's got that kind of isometric top-down situation going on. I can actually take this guy if I'm not stupid. Let's get some. Uh-huh. That's your asshole. All in your ass. I won one. We did it finally. No, I don't think Risen was built. I mean, absolutely it could be, but Diablo's got that top-down shite going on. Risen is actually a game that looks like this. Come get some, ho. Game time. Shit. Jazz out. Break out, fool. That fight is not for you. Ball. You're not strong enough yet. We got leveling to do. Just run through it. Run through it. Bob and weave, baby. Zigzag so they can't hit you from behind. I ain't gonna leave no mana behind. We getting that. We will risk the fisticuffs for the mana. Shark farts, shark farts. Everybody talking about... Okay, we made it back here. Thank you. No jetpacks in hand-to-hand combat. Shit. You're talking to the wrong guy if you think I'm ever going to be in a fair fight. That's why I'm a protector and not a fighter. Because it ain't shit about what I'm going to do to somebody if they try to put hands on me going to be fair. It's not going to be fair. It's not going to be gentlemanly. It's going to be... Homie's going to be missing an eyeball before that shit's over with. And that's why I try to stay zen and calm and just show people love. You don't need me fighting nobody. Keep me calm, cool, and collected, and everybody will be happy. Shit, let me have a jetpack in a real fight. That shit would be over in minutes, seconds even. Alright, I can't mess with the Raptors yet, not strong enough. Drogue's been kicking ass, but he's terrible. Actually, that is a quest I could finish. Believe it or not. think this one's actually faster. Dun, dun, dun. He says, I haven't finished this game yet, but everyone except for the Berserkers seem like assholes. Yes, the Outlaws are complete assholes. The Albs are complete assholes. When you work with the Clerics, they're very similar to the Berserkers. They're 50-50. Some of them are cool, some of them are jerks. The Outlaws are the most fun, though. Man, I had a blast just... I got a grenade. I stole a grenade launcher from one of their cabins. I guess I pissed off the guy in charge. He's like, I'm not going to stand for that. And I just started launching grenades at the whole place. Didn't survive it, but it was fun. It was fun while he was still alive and launching.
Who's prowling around out there?
Ain't nothing to it, baby. We just chilling. Be cool now. So genius. Like the number one problem, or one of the large problems for me, let me not say the number one problem, with games like this is moving across the map. With the jetpack, it streamlines all of that. It makes it pleasant instead of a pain in the butthole. How did we not come up with this before? Oh, that was the thing I was supposed to do? Clearly was not paying attention. He's outside. I hope he's not trying to start a fight right off the break.
Give me a drink.
What'll it be?
Beera. No, no! Get your dumb ass out of here. No! Dang nabbit. Thank you. One will do. I forgot even the daggone shopping menus in this game are convoluted. Favorite weapon in Crackdown? Oh yeah, dude. Absolutely. The rocket and grenade launcher? Best ever. Yeah, me and my boys will be playing Crackdown 2 again with you guys in the not too distant future. Once we start finishing some of these games, we'll start peppering in some other stuff.
I brought your beer.
Ah, that's what I need. About time, too.
And so here's where you give me my reward.
Your reward was getting in through that gate. Be grateful.
Letting people in is your job.
So is keeping people out. I give the word and you'll never get in here.
The second one's actually better than I thought it would be.
I don't want trouble.
Good. I thought you might see sense. And seeing as you played by the rules, I'll put in a word for you with the boss man himself, Ragnar, warlord of the Hooded Crows. You need pledges if you want promotion, And we need reliable people in our clan. Of course, giving you my word would be a pretty big favor. So if I did that, I'd probably need a favor in return. Say, in the form of shards.
Your word is worthless, asshole.
If mine is worthless, imagine how little yours counts for. For instance, no one's gonna listen to anything you say after I've beaten 7 shades of crap out of you right here.
Oh, that's all I need, baby, is you. Come on, man. You can't just... No, that wasn't right, ho. We gonna make this work. Oh, bitch. Give me that ass. I'm coming for you, ho. You ain't seen shit yet. And I know he's strong as shit. Fighting him is not a good idea. Come get this ass whooping, ho. Yeah, knock his ass off the... I was gonna knock him off the freaking bridge. Oh well. Oh man, this game is brutal in the first couple of hours, man. You are weak. But eventually, once I get my shotgun, though, it's on like Donkey Kong once that happens. Can I actually kill him? No. He'll just keep coming back to life. I just wanted to win the fight. If I knew if I knocked him off the bridge, I'd win. But he would eventually got back up.
Give me a drink.
What'll it be?
All right, this time. Sacred was the game, not Riz. Yes, Sacred is absolutely a Diablo. Sacred is like Diablo on crack. Heroin and cocaine, all that game is so damn long and involved, and it's insanity. I honestly don't understand how Diablo survived Sacred, because there's so much to do. And maybe I'm not really a big Diablo player, so maybe the Diablo games are big like that too. But I played Diablo 3. I've played Diablo 1 and 3, and the scope was just not anything like Sacred, man. Woof. I remember getting all the achievements in Sacred and having to buddy up with people online, and you're hoping that you get a guy that's maxed his character out to like level 6 billion, and then he can give you gear that lets you survive. It was fun, man. Many, many years ago.
Your buddy Alvar is dead.
He is? I mean, what?
He's dead.
Yes, I got that. Shit. I knew nothing good would happen to that old soak, but dead. He was a good friend. Thank you for letting me know. Where is his body?
Below Ragnar's stronghold.
Right. I will take care of his funeral as soon as I can.
Brought your beer.
Ah, that's what I need. About time, too.
And so here's where you give me my reward.
Your reward was getting in through that gate. Be grateful.
Letting people in is your job.
So is keeping people out. I give...
All right. Okay, so yes, I need a combat level 1. I wish all these dialogue tree RPGs would let you exit out of the effing dialogue tree when you get into a place of dialogue where it's like, this isn't how I want this to happen. Get me out of here. Like, these dialogue trees are so damn parochial and nothing like what talking to a human is. I wish they'd all die in a fire. That shit works in a social Dungeons and Dragons game, but it does not work in a single player RPG. Please stop effing doing it. Just tell me your stupid ass story and stop making me pick the choose your own adventure bullshit in it. Ugh. The fact that people like that shit, it just does not compute to me. But, you know, people gotta like what they like, so no judgment. Yes, Core Mag is who I need. My good Core Mag. Yeah, I saw that Knights of the Old Republic was getting made or remade. I don't know what Raven is, and I'm scared to give my opinion on Knights of the Old Republic. Because every human I've ever spoken to ever loves that game like it's their old grandmother that used to give them $50 every time she came by. Wish I had the old grandmother that gave you $50 when she came by. Now my grandmother would do even better than that. Maybe not with money, but sure enough with the love. Yeah, you and every other human that I keep hearing from about how awesome Knights of the Old Republic is. Maybe you have to be more into Star Wars to like that game. Because I was just like, this is just like the damn prequels. This is boring as shit. Did I say that out loud? I have not played many more boring games than Knights of the Old Republic. My grandma gives me 1K every Christmas. Hell yeah, Grandma, get in there. Cormag, where are you at, ho? Wake up, we got stuff to do, Cormag. You can't be sleeping on the job now. I need you to train me. Raven was a Jedi who tried to get the Council to get involved in the Mandalorian War. There was a Mandalorian War, but because it was in the Outer Rim, they didn't want to get involved. I like Darth Raven. Oh, it's a Darth character? I got you, Clem. You couldn't pay me to read a Star Wars book, so I'm sure there's great characters in there, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic, and I'm fantastic. You're fantastic. But no, I can't do it. Shouts out to Dana Carvey. I can't, man. Actually, it's not true. I did read Splinter in the Mind's Eye as a kid, technically. So I've read one Star Wars book, kind of.
What the fuck do you want?
My money, ho. What are you talking to?
Sure.
All right. Is there anything on your list I can buy, dude? I just need one. Please, one thing. Just one thing. Please, in the love of our sweet Christ of Jesus. Just one thing. May I? Please entreat thee, my liege. Oh, this game is brutal. Mandalorian or warrior tribes who invade and take over shit like Riddick movie. I don't know anything about Riddick. I guess I should probably watch more movies so I can know what the hell y'all are talking about. Because I'm in one ear and out the other. Alright, so we needed to get dexterity up. I saw that. And I think strength. How many points do I have to play with? Alright, so let's go back to Cormac. Get your ass up.
What? Teach me something.
Sure.
Alright, so if I get dexterity to 25, I can do ranged weapons. So 15. So 15 and 15 will get me both. Got him. But they almost got wiped out. Ouch. That's hard, man. It's all good. Not your thing. I get you still cool. Just have to deduct 30 points. Yeah, I mean, trust me. I wish I could read that stuff. It sounds like it's interesting, man. Alright, let's apply it. I think that's what I needed. Now get Cormag's ass back up out the bed.
Teach me something.
What? Sure.
He's like, what the F do you want? Oh, you want me to teach you something cool? Who writes that? It's so dumb. Alright, so technically that's all I need. I can say I can surplus the rest for now. I don't want to get too greedy because money is scarce in this game, and so is experience points and everything else. So you got to be a budgeteer to get your level builds right, which I've always preferred. Dude, just give me enough experience points to max out all the levels of everything. I'm not gonna ticky-tack your stupid ass overly complicated leveling system. Just give me all the juice. Give me all the juices. And exploring always pays off, children. Check your nooks and crannies. That natural Elex will come in handy. A homie also know this here for combat. It introduced some of the coolest and most important things in the game, like the Sun Crusher. Nope, don't know what the Sun Crusher is, or the Kessel. I clearly don't know shit about Star Wars, Clem. Does it tell you anything about Luke Skywalker? that's... Oh, man. I can nerd out with you on Tron. I can't do Star Wars, though. Alright, now we can have this conversation.
I brought your beer.
Crappy pants
That's
over
what
here.
I need. About time, too.
And so here's where you give me my reward.
Your reward was getting in through that gate. Be grateful.
Letting people in is your job.
So is keeping people out. I give the word and you'll never get in here.
Take it easy, Ryan.
So much for the honor of the Berserkers.
I've got honor. I'm honorable. Honorable doesn't mean stupid or unable to look after yourself. So don't try and hoodwink me over my honor.
Of course not. You don't have any.
But I do have beer, how about that? And the next round is on you. Here, for your persistence.
Yeah, ho. Remember that next time, too. I'll put my women's slacks wearing feet in your ass. Alright, Ryan says I might be back in a bit. I don't know. Gotta walk and breathe and drag a trash can back to the his poos. The his poos. Okay, the his poos. Typical Iron says, I honestly don't think Luke Flyswatter is that interesting of a character. Duke Flyswatter. Luke tries to build a new Jedi Order, and then they mostly die to a rogue Jedi and a Sith ghost. So, help me understand, when you start watching the new sequels, does having that knowledge help you appreciate his character and enjoy the movie better? Because if I had known that type of stuff was happening, his angst and his isolation would have made much more sense. But the movie doesn't do anything to explain that. Right? Which, far be it from a freaking basically superhero movie to explain anything. But yeah, I imagine because you have that knowledge, the movies are more interesting and enjoyable to you. Super says, no, I hate the new movies. They also shit on the fans because when Disney got the franchise, they wiped the canon. Yeah, I have heard, man. I'm just fortunate and very happy that I don't love Star Wars as much as, like, real fans do. Because I know if I did love Star Wars the way some of my friends do, and my brother does, this would be violently disappointing. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. When I walked out of Episode 7, this is what I told, because I went with my brother and some of my friends and my kids. I said, here's how this goes down. Rey and old Benji Kenobi, or whatever his name is, Kylo Ben, they're going to have to fight together against whatever the big bad is. They're totally setting up the yin-yang thing here. And they're making it blatantly, brazenly obvious that that's what's coming. Then when I got to Episode 2, I was like, all right, maybe they're going to take this in a slightly different direction. And then 3 was like, nope, exactly what they basically telegraphed from the first movie is exactly how it went down. And it's like, you don't even want to give the viewer a chance to be maybe lost in the mystery of the story for 10 seconds and let them not be able to see everything that's coming. And that's why I lose interest in those movies, man, because I know what's coming. It's like when I can predict the finer points of the plot just after watching the first movie, it's like, come on, man, there's no mystery to this. And so I was like, this is doomed to be terrible. And, you know, they're not terrible, I guess, standalone movies, but they're not great Star Wars movies. And the problem is Disney owns so much of media now, you know, you're never going to hear the old actors talking bad about this. Well, I guess Mark Hamill did for a little while, and then they reined his ass in or whatever. You better get out there and tap dance, motherfucker. Sell these tickets. Bitch. I want my tickets. Ah, 50 and 35. Okay. She said I'd only rewatch it if I could drink. Now, on the real side, Alyssa, have you seen the Twilight movies and did you really enjoy them? I walked in on my wife watching one of them. I was like, what are you watching all these pretty young white people running around? What are they up to? And then the fight broke out. I'm like, oh, is that dude? Oh, he's a wolf. I'll bet. Okay. And then I left. That was my Twilight experience for the most part. All right, let's check the old Rolodex here. Let's see what we're missing. Now, I could go turn that quest in, but I actually want to use the gun. Yeah, there's no way I could do that mission right now. Oh, actually, I can house this dude now. Let's go kick ass, man. We can do this, dude. And then we're gonna go get some It Ain't Roger bitch right quick, and then we're gonna call it a noche. Let y'all get some rest. I know you got a Friday ahead of you. I want you to go rest it into your Friday, and then we're gonna have a great weekend together. All right. What do we have on the docket for tomorrow night? Does anybody remember? I don't have the schedule in front of me. Tomorrow night is it's another Japanese game, isn't it? Yes, tomorrow night is Ease. Looking forward to getting back into Ease. Ease Ocho. Broken Suba said, Twilight ruined vampires. No, vampires ruin vampires. It's the... Like, dude, if a pretty white dude with long teeth runs up on me, I want to suck your blood. Come on, man. That's the gayest shit I've ever heard in my life. Which, by the way, if you're gay, that's cool, man. But we ain't got to go through this. You live forever. Get it then. Let's hit the fucking... You got a nice suit on. Like, why are you scared? You're going to live forever and be with hot white ladies all the time. I never understood vampires at all. At ever. Like, why is this scary to people? This is the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. Doesn't make any damn sense. But that's just my take.
Really? Now?
Really? Now? Kick ass. That's what's coming now, ho. Me and
Cook too long and you ruin the porridge.
If we all did our duty, then duty would be done.
Alyssa says the first one was horrible. I've seen all of them. I really enjoyed the last movie, but the first one was horrible. Okay, cool. Yeah, Miko, I think, has read the books, too. And she seemed to find them moderately enjoyable, I think. Because they're just kind of... Aren't they just kind of, like, hammy soap operas? Like, they're not... There's not much to them, right? Like... You know, if you're into that, I can see that being interesting. I never understand when a group of people react horribly negative to something that they're just not into, right? The irony of me complaining about the shit I do in video games, right? But, like, movements and shit being built, like, Twilight should never exist! Like, dude, just don't watch it. I don't understand the vitriol. Like, I don't like, all the people who swear up and down that freaking the Mockingbird games or whatever it's called, you know, the one where the white people are starving to death, so they send them to Tron to fight each other for loot, or I don't know. I tried to watch the first one and it was so damn corny. I was just like, why is this the movie everybody loves? And then I found out it's because everybody read the books and the books are so awesome. And it was just like this. I never watched the sequels. I'm like, ugh. The first one didn't know. And I'm not saying objectively that the movie's corny. Just for me, it just seemed cheesy. I was like, this ain't the thing, man.
The Hammer Clan sent me.
Ah, that's a shame. Bar's just closed.
Then open it. You're going to serve the Hammer Clan.
Finding fun at the end of the world from Zombieland. Cool.
Strange. Here was me thinking I decided who gets served. And I don't have any reasons why I should change my mind.
Vampire movies suffer from directors taking them too seriously, granted. But watch the anime Hellsing and you'll see what a vampire should be. Well, my favorite vampire movie is Vampire in Brooklyn with Eddie Murphy. That's the best vampire movie I've ever seen. And that movie actually does get a little bit scary, believe it or not. I was surprised watching it in theaters as a kid. Like, damn, that was freaky as shit. But it's mostly comedy. But that's about the only vampire movie anybody's getting me to watch. I tried to watch the Castlevania series. I love Dracula in that series. Dracula is the... I'll eventually watch Castlevania. It's just that shit is so long and they talk and it's like, all right, dude, let's get to the... When are we going to get the orb of Zephyros so we can rip out the soul of Jesuista and whatever the MacGuffin is that's going to drive this whole adventure? Can we just get on to it? You know, or more scenes of sexy-ass Dracula in his bed chambers with the fire. I could just watch that. It's delicious. Anyway. Alright, so I need suggestion. Or I need to get my charisma up to trade Dilla. Alright, so let's back out. See, that's what I need. I'm not ready to do what I need to do.
The coward just ran away.
So let me just walk out and handle business. I'll come back and talk to him when I'm ready to talk to him. Thank you. The game actually let me do what I was just beefing with a second ago. Like, alright, props. You did it. Actually, there's something in this hallway. Is anybody keeping count of how many times I've said actually tonight?
Is that so?
That should have been a drinking game.
That.
I love these nooks and crannies. Like there's this arrow right here, forbidden hammer. Stole a hammer.
What that was about.
Steal a forbidden broom, Jesus. I don't need a mug. Is there anything in here that's actually useful? Oh, Oran's bar tab register. Hell yeah.
They say that, but you know they collect Elex for themselves.
Is that so?
Ooh, it is dark down here, man. It's hard to see. Anyway, that was worth it. Hallelujah. Broken Super says, actually, the big black cock Dracula was amazing. Minus the final episode. Which, why is there a big black cock Dracula? What is that about? What is going on in these streets, Super? What are you watching? Alyssa says, you a Yule log person, B? What's a Yule log? That sounds like something I should be into. That sounds Irish, and I found out I'm part Irish. Wait. Is the Yule log the Christmas loaf that you cut into and eat? I'll tear a Yule log up. Because it's like a cinnamon cake, right? Spice cake with the icing that you wrap that log and chop that. Son, I'll tear a Yule log up if that's what it is. Broken Super says, I could talk about vampire stories for hours, but I'll spare you. Needless to say, they could do better. Well, so vampires would actually be interesting to me if they didn't play on the fear factor of them. Because they're by nature not something that... Now, you know, the ancient, Universal films with Dracula were made to be scary, but mostly what made those movies scary was the environment and the imagery. Like, a lot of what makes Nightmare on Elm Street 1 scary isn't when Fred's on screen, it's when he's not, or you're seeing a shadow of him. That type of stuff, right? But like, so the old ones, it makes sense because it's not Dracula that makes it scary. It's how they build the darkness and the mystery and the mystique around him. Now with all the special effects and HD, you're not really going to shoot a movie like that. Like if you've never seen the movie The Ghoulies, the black and white one, that is one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. And it's not even, it's black and white, it's dark, it's quiet, and it's terrifying, if I'm naming the right movie. But no movies are really getting shot like that today. So if you're going to do vampires, it needs to be more of just the story of their loss of humanity instead of trying to make them these monsters that people are supposed to be scared of. That's the part where it loses me. I love that this game gives you experience for reading the notes you pick up. Yes, I win. You're onto something, my brother. I love RPGs that do that too. Mass Effect 1. Yeah, heathens took that out of the other Mass Effects because you didn't want anybody to level up and make the game too easy. I can't mess with BioWare no more, man. I just don't think they make RPGs. They make interactive movies that have scripted leveling up. I don't want anything to do with that. I'm out. Well, and I didn't play Mass Effect 4. I will play that one before I make that final determination. But other than that, I think me and BioWare have politely parted ways. Plus, they never wanted to work with me when I was doing stuff back in the day, so kick all the rocks. Square Enix worked with me. That was my favorite group to work with, man. With Square Enix and a lot of the indie publishers were great. The Indie Introvert says, my dentist told me to stay away from Yule logs. The Yule log is a fireplace you put on the TV. Oh, no. What is a Yule log, son? Oh, Jesus. She said Yule log. And I'm... A Yule log. Why do I know what a Yule log is, but I don't know what a Yule log is? And where's homegirl at? You need to wake up and come train me. Lady, I got things to do. Can't be sleep. Wait. Hold one. That's gold leader. You better get to business. I'm about to take this sword and kick ass all night and think I'm playing around here. I ain't the one. Take it. Nobody saw that. We pimping. We kicking like 20-legged ninjas, baby. They don't know nothing. Homegirl, I need some love now.
Is someone there?
Yeah, it's me. Be cool now. Teach me something.
Teach me something.
Of course.
Okay, so how do I learn the thing I'm trying to learn? I don't know who teaches. All right, I got to look something up before we do this, before we adjourn this thing, so I can play the game right. Elex, suggestion trainer. Ah, that's why I can't frickin' do it. That's a cleric skill. This game is so obtuse sometimes, man. But that's what the Gothic Piranha Bytes games have always been. Slightly obtuse. It's kind of their bread and butter, if you ask me. It's why people love them so much. You know what? Let's just go kick his ass then. We ain't got to do nothing. And matter of fact, I think this sword I just got a little bite to it, since it is called the Snake Biter. As a matter of fact, we're going to save under a different save, just in case I screwed up something quest-wise. I don't want to screw up things quest-wise, man. But yes, you can wait for people to fall asleep in this game and then rob their cribs. It's doggy-dog world out here, y'all. Stay strong. Oh, dang, I got a bunch of different swords. Jesus Christ. 60?! Like, this is that Witcher shit that I hate. Like, European RPG developers do so much shit that's just like... If your audience loves it, keep doing it. I don't want to stop anybody from enjoying what they love, but... Can we get a generation of people with better taste? Please. It's like all this stuff I have I can't use for another couple of hours because the game decided, well, we're doing it this way. Yep. So got plenty of weapons. Can use exactly 0. Alright, let's just go whip this dude's ass. We ain't going through all this. It's ass kid. It ain't Roger, bitch. It's me.
Really?
That dude out here blowing a jack. I feel you. Homie.
Everything was better earlier, but still.
That's all he ever talks about.
Yeah, it needs to be totally reworked. If you can get the spares.
Those guys are completely screwed. No argument.
I just can't believe that. I can't imagine that.
Alyssa says BBC, the network.
I am going, all right?
The British TV. Okay, I got it. I got it now. The British TV network. Sorry. I don't get out much.
He's never earned an honest
Clem says he loved Ghoulies. The original black and white one? It's a good little flick, man.
The Hammer Clan.
The Hammer Clan sent me to bust your ass down to parade detail. Wait a minute. Home won this goalie to stand by. Charisma trainers. We might be onto something. Charisma trainers. Jesus is the way. So I think this is one of the areas where the game translation is off. My game on the screen right here is calling this charisma, but I think in the American version, when you go to the trainer, they're actually calling it personality. Anybody test these games before they come out? Yeah, it's the same. All right, so let's go all the way back to Homegirl one more again.
It is all about serious.
Because I'm trying to get through this without having to kick this guy's ass. I'm trying not to burn
You should put
bridges.
that away. Technology will get you into trouble here.
Technology gonna get you a great ass whipping. You keep talking to me like that. I'm not from here, ho. And y'all asked me to help you. So don't complain about the way I dole out my help when you asked me to be here. Punk
There's nothing
bitch.
for you here, so why don't you just leave?
All right, let's see
Teach
if
me
I can pull
something.
this off. Can we
Of
pull it
course.
off? Can we pull it off, sweet Jesus? Okay, there's one. We're gonna need 3 of these. So, and the money, again with the money. Yep, there is no way to actually make this happen. All right, ass kicking it is.
Is someone there?
Your mama's there. I think I'm gonna replay Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. I can never keep up with those crazy names. I was just playing a Castlevania on my 3DS. I don't remember which one it is. It is boring as shit. I'll tell you that. The Castlevania games, I almost never finish them because I get super bored.
He's been bothering
They're too
me with
damn
that for
long.
days
Like
now.
Simon's
He
Quest
didn't
is
deserve
perfect
that.
because you get
I call
in,
it dangerous
you
house.
get about 4 or 5 hours out of it, you get out of there. The
his
freaking
own
ones
fault.
I'm playing, it's like a 20-hour
Someone
game.
has to lead
Like,
this
I don't
bunch
want
of
to do this
slobs.
shit for 10 to 15 to 20 hours.
The Hammer Clan sent me. Serve them, or I'll kill you.
Straight to the threats, eh? You think a tavern keeper doesn't get talk like that?
Man, come on outside all that
There's nowhere
belly
near
aching.
enough Felix
It's gonna
out there
be
for
a-
that.
Gonna be the ass whooping of your
Put
life.
that weapon away.
I ain't putting shit away.
He's been bothering me with that for days now.
I am going, all right?
Yeah, bring your monkey ass out here. I'm gonna
going,
say it
alright?
right before this ass whooping too. Alright, y'all. It ain't Roger, bitch. It's me time. Showtime, ho. You want this?
So, you want me to start serving the Hammer Clan again, do you? Then draw your weapon and show me how seriously you want it.
I hate that they always give the enemy that damn drop on you. That is the stupidest shit ever.
I'm looking to make a trade. And yes, you did. I've heard you're the person to talk to. I need something hard to get hold of.
I love how the town's just letting us get this fight on. That damn special move takes too long, man. Come on. Shit! Oh, I ain't going out like that. Told you this game doesn't play, man. But it's like every fight that starts like, draw your weapon, and then they hit you. You give the player no chance. No chance to get out of that scenario. Uh-oh. I think my game might have froze on me, gang. Nope, nope. Alright, let's try this, I guess. Yes, let's just close it. It's just, they just don't want to. They just don't want you to win, man. They don't want you to get the W. No, I don't need your stupid updates. I'm playing offline. Go away. It's so funny. You buy games now, and now you have, the first thing you do before you start playing is you have to fill out paperwork. Jesse Stem says, "What game is this? Looks dope as fuck." It is Elex, my friend. If you're familiar with the company Piranha Bytes, or you've played games like the Gothic series 1, 2, and 3, or you've played the Risen series 1, 2, and 3, this is the next evolution of their games. This is Risen. I'm sorry, this is Elex, and then Elex 2 is actually in development now, and I imagine there will be a 3. They seem to make their games in 3s. There was technically a Gothic 4, but they passed it off to a different company, and then when everybody screamed that it sucked, they took the Gothic title off of it because all the Gothic nerds couldn't have that blemish on their record, which it was actually a good game. I don't know what everybody's beefing about. But, you know, you just can't make everybody happy. But good to see you, Jesse. Thanks for sliding by, man. How did you find us? Were you just browsing around the old YouTubes and you saw an Elex stream going on? Or do you know us from somewhere else? You actually said my last name correctly. Hey, glad to hear that, man. Clem says, I like Aria of Sorrow because you get crazy powers. Yeah, this one lets you buy different equipment and stuff you could do. I still can't remember the name of it. But it takes too long. It was like that Uncursed, or what was that new spiritual successor to Castlevania that recently came out? Unchurched or Cursed, the Underground, or it just, like, I played it and I enjoyed it and I beat it and I'm never want to play it again. Like, it's just, I got it. This is too long. This, like, Castlevania Symphony of the Night started a trend where, for me, Castlevania games became longer than they were fun. Actually, that is false. Well, it's not false. It's just it happened before. Castlevania 3 is what made me stop wanting to play the series. It's just too long. But then, at the same time, no, not him, you dummy. This guy.
Don't ask me what that was about.
Castlevania 4 got me back in and is probably my second favorite in the series.
It's his own fault.
But yeah, the games got too damn long for me. I just couldn't stick with them. I did actually beat Castlevania Symphony of the Night, but that was more because I wanted to get all the achievements for the Xbox.
So, you want me to start serving the Hammer Clan again, do you? Then drop.
All the creatures out there. They're way too dangerous.
Oh, he's got arrows too. Come get that ass whooping that you need, boy. I got arrows too, ho. Can we please target him? Thank you. Alright, the trick here in the fights when you're weak is just don't get greedy. Take the hits they give you and don't try to get more. Just be patient. Don't get greedy. Like I always end up doing.
You're the person to talk to when you need something.
Did Angrim send you? Look, I don't know where he gets these ideas about me.
Laser weapon, the sort the clerics use. I got hold of one recently, but then it's on
There's too much damn terrain here to fuss with, man.
I'm sorry, stranger. I've no idea what you're talking about. Trade. Me. I'm a solid, honest berserker.
Get him! Got his ass! There you go! Beat his ass! Down! Yeah, ho. All in your ass. My favorite place. Yeah, get his ass. Bullshit! Alright, eat up, eat up, eat up, eat up, eat up. That was bullshit. Hit detection bullshit. Eat up. You hoe ass motherfucker! Got your monkey ass! Take his shit too. Alright, can't take his shit.
Watch my back next time.
I'm gonna bust your ass next time. Say something else to me, bitch. Sorry, I get a little competitive. Cover your ears, kids. Let's see, Jesse says, nah, TikTok, I've been following you for a while. I just now seeing your stream pop up. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for coming to hang. It's nice to have you here. Broken Super says, Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. Thank you. That was the name of it. And that game really disappointed me. You didn't make it too far in that one. I did like the concept, just didn't hook me. Same. It just wasn't as dope as it could be for me. I thought the trick was to get a companion and then jetpack above the fight. The problem is, yes, the problem is with this fight, you can't get a companion to help you because the only companions I have right now are the people in this town, and they're not going to gang up on this dude that's fighting me. They're going to stand back and watch. And if I jetpack, this dude actually has a bow and arrow. He'll just start trying to shoot me out of the sky. So there is certain situations where that jetpack strategy can actually backfire. That jetpack strategy works well when you're fighting monsters, because most of them can't get airborne, and flying away from them stops them from spitting either their blood or their yellow juice at you that hurts or poisons you. All right.
Oh, you little shit. Tougher than you look, aren't you?
So, are you going to serve the Hammer Clan again?
Yeah. They'll get served. I'll speak to Angrim, all right?
What does Angrim have to do with it?
He told me not to serve the Hammer Clan.
I'm gonna beat
I think
Angrim's
he was
ass
hoping
before this
some of
game's
them
over.
would, you know, shift over to the Ison Clan.
I think Cormac should know about that.
I think that's got nothing to do with me. I'm just a tavern keeper.
Okay, Mr. Tavern Keeper, you gonna have a foot in your ass. Mr. Tavern Keeper.
All right.
Nah, don't make me come out here and kick ass. Not in the mood. I believe Cormac would want to know about that, Captain. Hold on. I thought I was supposed to be talking to Cormac. Why is the objective?
You do know that technology is banned here.
Yeah, there's also no other way for me to check a map, lady. Why does that want me to go to Eldor and not Cormac? Anyway, let's go see Cormac and close this out. Speaking of Cormac, what's up, my brother?
The trouble between Elder and the Eisen clan is over.
So, Elder can drown his sorrows instead of shouting them around Goliath. How did you manage that?
After a little chat, Orn agreed it was best for the clans to work together.
A little chat, eh? Well, however you managed it, it's a relief. I was worried this would build into something bigger. Well, I should have had more faith. It seems people do believe in our cause.
Angrim was behind the trouble. He hoped that since the Hammer
like
clan
his ass
wasn't being
anyway.
served, that he could lure people to join the Eisen clan.
You're sure of this?
Orn told me himself.
Then it seems I must speak with Ragnar, and we'll find a way to persuade Angrim out of such tactics. We have enough trouble with the elves without fighting amongst ourselves.
Damn right.
Thank you for your service. Take this for payment, and keep this matter between us.
Aye. Brother Angrim, I'm coming to see you too. Oh no, that was...
Stop messing around with that technology, will you?
You want me to put my foot cold in your ass. Now, Elder wanted me to see him, right? But I think we'll save that one for the next journey, friends. Thank you so much for being here with us for Game Therapy. Elex Episode 2 is in the books, man. Shouts out to my big brother Kennard, who went home to be with the Lord today. I will certainly miss your presence, brother. But I definitely wanted to stream tonight, despite the fact that I lost one of my warrior clan brothers tonight. I pray you guys got something good out of it. I pray you got a laugh, some encouragement maybe, or just halfway interested in the crazy stuff that I say. We'll be back tomorrow. The plan is to play, the current plan is to play Ease 8, Lacrimosa of Dana. They come up with really crazy names for the games. But there's a chance I might be streaming something with my kids and some other friends of mine. So that the game we stream might change, but I'm still planning to stream tomorrow. Or what I might do is stream earlier in the day for the Ease 8, and then if I do play later on in the evening, I either won't stream or I might stream, and it'll just be a different game. But I will figure those things out mañana. That said, I love you guys. We are stronger than I. And I'll see you soon, man. Stay strong.